A Journey to Mujin, an exploration of human nature beyond modern civilization. Kim Sung-ok's A Journey to Mujin. Mujin, a defining work of 1960s Korean literature, transcends the simple framework of a travel narrative to delve deeply into the conflict between modern civilization and the human psyche. The novel portrays the spiritual wandering of individuals suffocating under urban life, following the protagonist's physical and emotional journey as he seeks his true self. Through this introspective voyage, the story offers readers profound empathy and reflection. The beginning of the journey, the desire to escape the city. The protagonist, referred to simply as I, feels an overwhelming urge to escape his hectic urban life. His destination is Mujin, a quiet rural village. To him, Mujin is not just a geographical location but a utopia where he can break free from the constraints of modern civilization and experience a more primal way of living. However, the journey soon takes an unexpected turn. Despite the peaceful and simple surroundings, the protagonist finds himself unable to shake off the contradictions of his past, revealing the lingering grip of his former self. The author meticulously depicts the protagonist's inner conflict. Life in Mujin is slow and tranquil, starkly contrasting with the city. Yet he remains haunted by past wounds and existential doubts. His interactions with the villagers expose his dual nature, a symbolic representation of the identity crisis faced by modern individuals. The duality of Mujin, utopia or dystopia. Initially, Mujin appears to the protagonist as a sanctuary of freedom and peace. Yet, as time passes, it becomes a place that strips him bare, forcing him to confront his own vulnerabilities. The villagers' innocence and simplicity remind him of a purity lost in the city, but they also deepen his uncertainty about what he truly desires. Here, the novel redefines the meaning of journey. The protagonist's trip to Mujin is less about exploring an external world and more about facing his inner self. Like standing before a mirror, his experiences in Mujin force him to acknowledge his own hypocrisy, weakness, and loneliness. This narrative invites readers to consider that true freedom stems not from external circumstances, but from internal reconciliation. A sharp critique of modern civilization. A Journey to Mujin serves as a piercing critique of the rapid industrialization and materialistic values of 1960s South Korea. The protagonist's alienation and exhaustion reflect a society that prioritizes efficiency and success over humanity. Mujin symbolizes an instinctive longing to escape these societal ills. Yet the protagonist's inability to find complete liberation there underscores the limitations of modern individuals. What makes the novel compelling is its restraint. Kim Sung-ok avoids melodrama, instead using mundane conversations and ordinary events to reveal the protagonist's psychology. This subtlety encourages readers to independently reflect on the flaws of modern civilization. For instance, the protagonist's relationship with Miss Kim, a local girl, contrasts purity and superficiality, raising broader questions about human connections, literary significance and contemporary relevance. With its simple structure and restrained prose, A Journey to Mujin carries profound philosophical weight. Kim Sung-ok masterfully blends realistic depiction with psychological depth, capturing how individual inner worlds interact with societal forces. By situating Mujin on the boundary between reality and idealism, the novel prompts readers to examine their own lives objectively. The story's message remains relevant today. In an era dominated by social media and digital technology, many yearn for their own Mujin, a retreat from daily chaos. Yet the novel reminds us that true freedom and happiness require introspection rather than external escape. The protagonist's journey culminates not in geographical departure but in self-reflection, a lesson modern readers desperately need. Conclusion. In Search of Our Own Mujin. A Journey to Mujin explores universal themes through one man's pilgrimage. More than a narrative, it acts as a mirror, compelling readers to reevaluate their lives. Just as Mujin leaves the protagonist with unresolved questions, we, too, must continue our own journeys to find authenticity amidst modern chaos. Closing the book, one realizes that Mujin is not just a place on a map but an inner space within us all. The courage to explore that space may well be the key to living a balanced life in an unbalanced